welcome to the Experience Podcast. My name is Dennis Miller, and today I have with me...
I am Neil Miller.
And today we're going to be talking about being present. What does that mean to you, Neil?
Being present means to be here right now and to be just here and right now in this moment. Being present is very key because it's the only thing that we do have, because tomorrow is never coming. There's only right now that is here. I'd like to give the definitions of be present. So first, the definition of be. The definition of be is as a verb. This is from Oxford Language Dictionaries. It's be as a verb. The number one. There's number one and number two definitions. The first definition is exist. Be, kind of a synonym, would be exist. The second definition is to occur or to take place. That's the definition of be. Present, it's a gift. It's a present for you. It's a gift from the universe to you. Present, it's a present. It's a gift. That's my understanding of it. That's not the definition of it. The definition of present is as an adjective. As the first definition would be in a particular place, being present. As an adjective, the second definition would be existing or occurring right now. And then as a noun, it is as the period of time that's occurring now. So that is what present means. And it's one of those things where you can, so I can be thinking about what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, and I can think about it, but regardless of how much I think about it, right now is happening now. Tomorrow is not happening now by me thinking about it. So you can think about it, but being here now, being in the present, is the only time that you can create. Physically, you can create mentally by not being present, but today we're focusing on being present. So when you're present, you can create in the moment.
So are you saying, like, if I would fear something would happen tomorrow, or if I get anxiety about something that may happen tomorrow or in 10 years, that prohibits me from creating in this moment right now? Because I'll be feeling those emotions of anxiety and fear, and that will not allow me to create.
It can. See, the as far as like the anxiety and the fear, so it might not necessarily prohibit your creating mode, but it will absolutely affect the decisions that you make in the present moment, because of the emotion of the fear and whatever shame that you're feeling.
Guilt.
That will absolutely have an effect on your decisions in the present moment. Yeah.
So and then if we feel gratitude, for what we have in the present, and then that allows us to create more.
The universe will grant you more when you feel gratitude.
Yes.
It's not about you even creating anything at that point. It's about feeling the gratitude in the present moment, and the universe will bless you for that, for feeling gratitude, because it's an emotion that when you're grateful for what you have, you get blessed with more, because the universe can see that you can handle and that you're thankful for what you already have.
So no matter how little or how like how many things that I have, there's always things that I can be grateful of. Even if I don't have anything physically, even if I don't have a car, if I don't have a house or whatever, I can still be grateful for having the breath of life, for something that seems very minuscule, but it's very, very, it's something that we can start with.
100%.
So, and then from there, I mean, we can feel feel gratitude for seeing, for hearing, for, so regardless of where we're at in life, there's always something to be grateful for. And I think that helps us being more in the present.
By being grateful.
Yes.
It does, very much so.
And that's one thing that I want to talk about too is,
how to be more present.
Yeah.
First, can we talk about how to be less present?
Yeah. Go ahead. Well, how do you be less present?
So, we got a jet ski coming through here, so that way we can hear what we're saying.
Keep it down there, buddy.
Hear what we're saying. So, how to be less present? You think about what you're going to be doing tomorrow. That's how you're less present. You're thinking about tomorrow. Now you're not in the moment because you're thinking about tomorrow. Another way, an example of being less present is multitasking. Sure, you feel like you're getting a lot done, or you feel like you're getting maybe some things done, but really you're not getting anything done on the task that you're doing, because you're thinking about 3 other tasks that you're in the process of doing, or maybe you're thinking about doing once you're finished with this task, where in reality you're only doing one task and thinking about 3 of them. So if you think about one task and do one task, you complete it so much faster, then you can move on to the next one, instead of trying to multitask. So like multitask can feel like it takes you out of the present moment. Do you have any examples of being less present?
Yeah, going to a job you hate in the morning. So if you go to bed at night and you are dreading already waking up in the morning the next morning, then you should probably start looking for something else to do to create income or to...
Well, that's that thinking about tomorrow aspect, because now you're laying in bed dreading work tomorrow, but really you're laying in bed. That's like the best part of the day. You should just be grateful that you have bed covers, that you have a bed.
But here's something I want to point out though, because a lot of people don't like what they do for their job, and I was one of those. So if you don't like what you're doing, go find something. I guarantee you there's something out there that you can do. You might not make the amount of money that you were. There's ways that you can increase that amount of money once you start following your heart, instead of always having that anxiety, and you'll feel a lot more present in life too. Sure. Instead of just skipping and always feeling like you're not
where you need to be at.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the first thing that I would think. that I would suggest as far as to not be present is to find something that you like doing.
So we're specifically talking about how to be less present. So
Yeah.
if you want to be less present, go to a job that you hate.
Yeah.
Another thing that I have about being less present is to think about yesterday. Now again, you're thinking about yesterday, so you're thinking about when you think about yesterday, you're feeling the emotions about yesterday. So now you're not present because you're feeling the same emotions when you conjure up that image of yesterday, you literally feel the same emotions that you felt yesterday. So how to be less present, again, think about yesterday.
And
So
another thing would be
sure.
to not be present is to watch movies and video games and spending time on just browsing on the cell phone.
How so sure. Browsing, yes. But watching a movie, can you be present in a movie? Can you be totally present in a
Yes.
movie?
Yes.
So I feel like you can be present during a movie.
Yes.
Now if you watch a movie and you're thinking about something else, now you're not present.
Here's where I see that it could be not present is when so you literally be time traveling when you're watching that movie.
In what way?
So when you're watching a movie and your brain, you think that you're in that movie, so then you go to the place that that movie is playing. So then, in that sense, you would not be present.
Your mind becomes the character's mind.
Yes.
I see how you mean.
So you're not present
because
anymore.
you're sitting on the couch watching the movie, but your mind thinks that you're strolling down the boardwalk in Sarasota, Florida,
Exactly.
with bikini girls all around. Yeah, because it takes you out of that present moment.
Exactly.
That's an interesting perception of it. Yeah,
It's like you're doing soul traveling or something.
I can see that because you form a connection with the character in the movie. Interesting. So to how do we create the possibility of being more present? How do we improve that?
By being aware of our breath.
Like that?
How we breathe.
So I actually wrote down a specific number. I wrote down consciously take 6 breaths.
There's other techniques of breathing too that you can look up online or on YouTube, and we'll link them on the description of the video. One of them is the Wim Hof method, and another one is it's an Eastern medicine type of breathing. It's called Tai Chi. So those are two different. And what did you say again?
The consciously taking 6 breaths. Just the breathing aspect of it. Also, I have one to. So when we're less present, a lot of the time we're thinking. We're thinking about something we're going to be doing, about to do, something that we did yesterday. That's when we're less present. So when you want to be more present, it's about feeling. So you can actually rub your hand on something and be like, and feel how it feels. Be like, wow, that's like, all right, that feels like rubber. Like it feels a little bit soft. Now you're present because now you're feeling exactly what right here. You're here now because you're feeling. Same with your feet. Rub your feet on the floor. Feel the floor. Feel the surface that you're on and feel that feeling. And it'll bring you into the present moment by feeling. So touch. and the sense of feel is key in being present.
Something else that I wanted to bring up, you asked about how to be more present.
Yes.
Something that I wanted to bring up is thoughts. So when we think a thought, we are not our thought. We are
Important point.
we are the observer of the thought. So whenever thoughts that we think, we don't have to be attached to those because those are not us. We can simply observe, and then whatever thought that we want to entertain at that moment, we can entertain that thought, and the others we just let go, and we just see them for exactly for what they are, because they're not our own.
Nice. Another way to be more present is to ask yourself this question: what is my next thought? And then ask it again right after that. What is my next thought? 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 I feel very present right now.
That's interesting because Wayne Dyer, I remember him talking about, or no, it was somebody else, and I don't remember the guy's name. But he talked about how when he meditates, he literally, meditation is another exercise that you can use to be present.
To be more present.
And but this guy would count numbers. He said just by the very act of counting numbers, he said he would become more present because he had to. His mind was thinking of the number.
Yes.
And it literally, yeah. So.
Do you have more to add on how to be present?
Oh, good music. What kind of music are you listening to? Because depending on what music you're listening to, you're either living in the past or living in the future. And I've noticed that when I listen to, sometimes when I'll listen to heavy metal or rock or whatever, I'll be feeling things that might have happened in the past or that I see happening in the future. And then, like, for example, I'll listen to heavy metal when I'm working out sometimes. And I've noticed that when I listen to that, I'm actually using those emotions from the past to be fuel for my workout. And it's actually a form of not being present in the moment.
Sure, it is.
So, just an observation.
From the music.
Yes.
The music that we listen to.
Yes.
So yes, on May 26th, there's a lunar eclipse happening. On Earth, it's going to be more visible in the southern hemispheres. Like Australia, I believe, gets the full lunar eclipse. And this is something that comes around once every 75,000 years. Wow. An event like this, so it's a huge event. There's light energy coming. To the extent of this eclipse, I do not know the full extent of it, but I'm sure that you've noticed like the energy is super high right now. Just being out and about people, there's this feeling of I want to short label it GSD, and it's the feeling of get shit done. That's the feeling that we're kind of. I know I'm experiencing it, and maybe you can resonate with it, and maybe you're experiencing it as well. But there's this urgency in the air. I feel like it's directly involved with this lunar eclipse. Yes, I Have you brought up the core values at the beginning?
I did not.
So the core values of this podcast are facts, inspiration, empowerment, and transformation. And would you like to add something as far as the eclipse? And
As far as the eclipse goes, I didn't read up a whole lot on it, but if it's every 75,000 years, I think it's probably very, very important.
it is.
And I feel like everything that we shared today, as far as being present in the moment, and also the things that we shared to how to not be present, I think it's very important as we move into this eclipse to be present, to be grateful, to be, to feel all those good.
To feel love,
Yes.
to feel gratitude,
Yes.
to let go of fear and shame and
Anxiety,
and to
depression.
feel love and to be blessed. Have a blessed day, everyone. Peace.